Hello, Minecraft, a community. I'm Elvin Maestro, and I am a monster. I am a horrible, despicable excuse for a human being. Actually, I'm not even human, I'm just a bunch of pixels. But you know who's more of a monster than I am? These things. These gross little things right here, they're called orcs. This is the work of the evil Dark Lord Melkor, and the amazing work, actually, of Child Walrus, who has been developing this Minecraft mod for quite a long time now, and I am a huge fan. And if you've never heard of it, link is in the description. You can go see that and download it for yourself if you would like. However, today I have an agenda. I have something I would like to do. I would like to try. Oh my gosh, they're so dumb. I want to see if I can farm these things. I want to make some sort of renewable source of just orc killing mayhem so we can collect these guys' bits and I don't know, do whatever the heck we want with them. And if you really need a good reason for why farming orcs is an acceptable thing, just look at this thing. It obviously needs to be put out of its misery. I mean, what? You lovely child of Iluvatar, you. Okay, alrighty. Let's get to work on this thing. I am really excited to try this out. So my first thing, my thinking here is that I need to set a platform up that is not spawnable, where none of the orcs can spawn. And the reason I want to start with this is because orcs don't spawn like normal hostile mobs, like creepers or zombies or skeletons. They all have a specific spawning mechanic where you show up to a world where all the necessary requirements are met, darkness and height and all that fun stuff, and then they just appear. And then on Java, once you leave that area, they despawn, and then you come back, and then whatever, they respawn. But in the orcs don't work like that. They work more like passive mobs, like sheep or like horses. They'll spawn to the world, and then they won't disappear. They won't necessarily despawn for a long time. And so really, you couldn't just build a normal mob farm because they're not just gonna fill up the mob cap like that. So you're gonna have to kind of cheat the system a little bit here. So I am going to start out by laying a little platform here of non-spawnable blocks. And I was thinking of using glass, because mobs can't spawn on glass. But then I realized, wait, there's this lovely fine glass that is unique to this mod, and it is gorgeous. It is beautiful. It comes in a bunch of different colors. And why would I honestly use this? This is disgusting. No, nobody loves you. Go away. Eh. Anyway, so there we go. So we're gonna use this. I was gonna lay down a platform of these, and then we're gonna work from there. Okay, so behold, I have made actually a 16 by 16 just glass platform, and I swear this guy did not spawn here. He just walked on because he doesn't have boundaries, because orcs don't have boundaries. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make a little space here, just like so, all the way around, because I'm going to put mobs inside of this little box here, and I want them to be able to see the orcs, and I want the orcs to be able to see the mobs that I put inside here, but I don't want them to be able to get to each other. And I don't want the mobs inside to be able to get out. They are my prisoners. I'm becoming more and more like Melkor every day, because I'm literally going to imprison elves. Oh man, am I a bad person? I think I am. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to be putting elves in here. Check it out. Look at this guy. Look at how amazing he is. Oh my goodness, his sword is glowing blue. Oh my gosh, oh, it's so cool. I mean, it's not quite consistent, because, only the Gondor, or not the Gondorian swords, but the, Gondolin swords. Only the Gondolin swords actually glow blue, if I remember my lore correctly, but it's still freaking amazing. If I wanted to, I guess, be extra special careful, I might cover this, but I don't really think there's any threats from the air in Mordor. Not that I understand, or at least it hasn't been added at this point. So I think this is just fine. Now, my brilliant scheme is that we're going to have the elves in here are going to lure the orcs from over here to the box itself. They're going to come up to the box, and they're going to be lured up to this line of blocks. Oh, sorry, bro. Right here. Then the orcs are going to fall down into this little crack I'm going to lay here for them. And then they're going to meet their untimely demise. And I have chosen to use campfires here because I don't believe my first choice down here for the orcs to just kind of fall into. I was going to use magma blocks, but I don't think magma blocks are readily accessible in survival in Mordor, which is kind of weird to me. You'd think that Mordor would kind of be the place to find magma blocks, but I searched kind of high and low and I couldn't find any magma. It might be in a different part of Mordor, or I'm not quite sure because there's a bunch of different biomes that make up this part of the world. But campfires are definitely something you can make in survival, no matter what. They're pretty simple to make. So I'm just going to put them down here, just like so, all around the whole side. And boy, it is going to be smoky. Yeah, looks like they can still see the smoke. That's good. Okay, I'll cut back in once I put all these campfires in. Okay, behold, I have put all the campfires in, and I'm going to throw in a few more elves, just so that the orcs can't possibly miss our glorious, wonderful army in here. If you are in survival and you're wanting to put this together, there is a couple different things. The first thing, probably the easiest way to get a bunch of elves in the middle of Mordor, is a feature that exists in the older version of this mod, but not in the updated one, because he's still working on it. And that is this kind of elvish horn that you can blow, and it summons a bunch of elves to your side. The other way is you just hike a bunch of elves that are loyal to you up. You can hire elves for various things, and you can just haul them up to Mordor and hope that nobody snags them along the way. They might even be able to fast travel with you. I'm not quite sure how the game mechanics work, but there's a couple of different ways that don't involve cheating. So the idea here is that the orcs are going to go and fall into their deaths. But here's the thing. They're not just going to jump in there. Why would they do that? That makes no sense. Well, welcome to the beautifulness of trapdoors. And I'm not going to use one of these boring vanilla trapdoors, because look at all the cool trapdoors. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway, I'm normal. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're doing a Shire trapdoor. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we're doing a Shire trapdoor. So the way that mobs work, and this works in this game, or in this mod as well as vanilla, is that they don't, if they see a trapdoor over a block, the mobs kind of assume that the block has filled, and they'll walk right over it and fall off. And so we're going to employ that game mechanic here, and boy, it is smoky. I probably should have done this after I laid down the fireworks, but fireworks, my goodness, campfires, but live and learn. And I'm just going to run around the whole thing with this. Okay, so after one or two maybe more stupid mistakes than I would like to admit that I made, I've put in all of the pine. I shortened this thing. It was 16 by 16. It is now 15 by 15, and that is to allow a little water trick that I decided to do. I put some water here in the side, or in the corners rather, and that source block will flow 8 blocks out before running out, and it's 8 blocks on each side, with one in the middle. That leads to the sort of center campfire. And the idea is that we'll have our orkies come in and just kerplop right on the campfire. And that should be a working orc farm. Actually, I hear one of them dying. Oh, there we go. There we go. Proof of concept. Orc just walked in and caboodled right over the campfire. Now, the only thing that we should need to do now is just install a... let me get a hopper. Install a single Minecraft hopper there with a rail on top of it, and a Minecraft with hopper on top of it. That way any item that any item that falls on top of the campfire is going to go directly down and get collected in the Minecraft hopper, and then go down into the item hopper, just like so. And then you can have that go to whatever collection system you want it to have. We'll just make this a chest like so. So proof of concept, boop, goes down here, ends up in the chest. and that is all with the orcs just coming off and plopping right in there. And then you could build like a whole base down there. I probably will at some point build some really cool base underneath one of these farms and just have a whole item sorter. I'm not going to build that now, and the reason why I don't have the motivation to do that at the moment is because the orcs don't have drops yet. None of the mobs actually have drops yet. So when you kill them, like an orc would normally drop some rotten flesh, some tools, armor, lots of maggoty bread, but they don't do it right now because they haven't been updated to do that yet. So this is kind of getting ahead of the game, a little bit ahead of schedule right now, but it definitely works. As you can see right here. Boop. Come on. Oh, I want to put it in the water. There we go. So the water will push this little guy down, and he'll start dying there. And another guy will start dying there. So yeah, there you go. That is a functioning orc farm for all of your orc slaying needs. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or possible lawsuits against me for orc murder, which I don't know why you would, orcs are horrible, then leave those in the comments below. Otherwise, witty outro.